Hey guys, I'm Kevin, head of web content here at Pickleball Warehouse. You may recognize me from some of our previous videos.
And I'm Alexia. I recently graduated college where I played 4 years of D1 tennis. Then my friend introduced me to pickleball and I immediately knew I had to make the switch. Now I work here in marketing at Pickleball Warehouse.
Alexia's skills in tennis very quickly translated over to pickleball, but as far as understanding the huge variety of paddles we carry, she's still getting up to speed. At the same time, she's a free agent when it comes to her paddle of choice. So in this series, we're gonna go on court, get her educated on all the differences paddles offer, and figure out which one is best suited for her game. The easiest way to figure out which pickleball paddle is best suited for your game is to attack it one category at a time. So today we're gonna focus on shape. We have some of the most popular paddles from our standard, hybrid, and elongated shapes with us. We're gonna have Alexia try one of each of them on court, give it that test, and figure out which one best suits her play style. So the first test a paddle has to pass, how does it feel in the hand? What feels comfortable? This is gonna be a combination of the weight and balance and the handle length the paddle has. So Alexia's gonna pick one paddle from each category, and then we're gonna take them to the courts and give them the real test. All right, so we've picked one paddle from each of the shapes we carry. We have the Carbon TruFoam 2, the SixZero Double Black Diamond, and the Paddletek TKO-CX. Now let's take them to the court and see how they feel. All right, so we finished some drilling, some warm-ups. Let's start with dinking. If you had to rank them 1 through 3, what were your thoughts?
I think I would choose the Carbon first, then the SixZero, and then this one last.
Okay, makes
I
sense.
felt most comfortable with the Carbon dinking, more control. And then the SixZero has really good spin, so on my backhand dinks, especially cross court, I think that felt really good with the spin.
You like to roll the backhand.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the Paddletek, not your favorite. Was it just too much power, not enough control?
Yeah, it's more of a power paddle, which I'm more of an aggressive player anyway, so from the back, it felt pretty good.
Gotcha. And we're gonna go Carbon 1, Black Diamond 2, Paddletek 3.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on to drops. You're back, I'm at the net, you're trying to keep it in the kitchen. Same 1, 2, 3, what do you think?
Definitely first, Carbon. Felt like all my drops were going in the kitchen.
Yep, stayed low.
Yeah. And then I wouldn't know between these two.
Pretty similar.
Similar?
Yeah.
From
you're
your
not cutting
point
the
of
ball,
view.
you're not slicing it as much in your drops, so control is kind of the ultimate factor.
Yeah. Would you say I did better with this one? This one?
On the drops, they felt pretty similar. You definitely felt like you had the most control in the Carbon. From my end, it was the least attackable balls coming over with that in your hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, next one I think you'll have a different opinion on, your drives. So I'm at the net, you're back. I told you attack when you feel comfortable. How would you rank them?
I would put this one first.
Yep.
SixZero second, Carbon last.
Kind of the opposite. So when it comes to power.
Complete opposite.
Yep. I'll say if I was gonna rank them on which one I was most afraid of, you're driving with, same order.
Same order.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so we got some drilling in, we got some gameplay. Overall recap, if you had to pick each paddle, kind of what was the favorite part, least favorite part, what fit your game, what didn't. Let's start with the Paddletek.
Paddletek, I felt the most comfortable with it because I have a two-handed backhand, so it's the only paddle that actually fit both of my hands. With this one, it's kind of uncomfortable to hit a backhand with. And also, I felt the most comfortable overall with this paddle, especially during gameplay. I feel like I'm more of an aggressive player, and this fits my style a little bit better. I really like the spin of the SixZero, especially when I was dinking and that shot that
You got the roll.
Yeah, I had the little roll, and I felt it was very easy to make the ball in and make it roll inside the kitchen.
Yep.
And then with the carbon, it's just the control that I have with it. I feel like for a person that's looking for a control paddle, this would be a really good option. But for myself, I preferred the Paddletek.
So now that we've gotten gameplay in, you obviously have an aggressive style. So I wouldn't be surprised if Elongated suited you well. You seem to think like the handle was almost more important than the feel. That was their primary factor. The spin, the power it offered is kind of the secondary. Would you say that's accurate?
Yeah, for sure. Because if I don't feel comfortable hitting my backhand, then that's the whole shot that I'm losing. So
yeah.
I feel like the Elongated.
All right, so between standard, hybrid, and Elongated, we're picking Elongated.
Yes, we are.
Awesome. So we've settled on that elongated shape. There's still a lot to explore within that category. We know she likes an extended length handle for that two-handed backhand. She is a power player. We can explore different thicknesses, different core materials, even different surface types within the elongated category. So we're really gonna fine tune and dial in the perfect paddle for Alexia's game. If you have any suggestions on what we should try, let us know. Otherwise, we're gonna have a great assortment for her to try next time.